Yeah, we got a lot to unpack today, y'all. Got a lot to unpack. Not too much. Two major stories that I don't want to tap in on. Uh, as you can see, we got one loaded up right here. My man kills ball all night. Will kills. Worth dollars. Uh, follow ball all night. Follow worth dollars. Uh, yeah, let's get to it. And subscribe if you can. If you can. Shout out if I like this. We're gonna subscribe to you, man.
Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Access. Give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, and bang that notification bell.
Marshals told me today they received up to 500 tips. 500 tips. 500 tips.
Tonight, exclusive new information in the murder of Memphis rapper Young Dolph. Here's what we know
500 tips.
Right now at News Time. We have video of one suspect's arrest that you'll only see here on Fox 13. Plus information on...
All right, so check it, man. Before we go on any further, man, turn on the post notifications so you can be notified. Memphis, right now, the shit is really going down, man. I've been out here for probably 3 or 4 months now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he sound like a Baltimore nigga. Sound like Philly nigga or some shit, man. Yeah. I think it was just... Yeah, I'm just gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass on that story. Pass on that story. But, yeah. Hey, Zion did his thing. He did his thing the other night. Zion did his thing the other night, but okay, look. All right, check this out. This is what we need to be talking about today.
Breaking news tonight, an American soccer journalist has died while covering the World Cup in Qatar. U.S. Soccer is confirming Grant Wahl's death. What's not clear yet is how he died. On Monday, Wahl himself wrote that he became sick and visited a medical clinic there. He wrote that he was told he probably has bronchitis and was given antibiotics.
Okay, so let's look at the shirt.
Breaking news tonight, an American soccer journalist has died while covering the World Cup in Qatar. U.S. soccer...
All right. So I first saw this on Complex News feed. And what made me what made me want to talk about it is a comment from a guy that said he shouldn't have worn that rainbow shirt to Qatar. They said what they was finna do. I'm like, wow. That's the rainbow shirt that he wore. Now, this is... Yeah, I think they killed him. Let's see. Yeah, let's say my favorite
Yes, it
news
does
source.
take money to make money in trading. But what if someone else
One of my favorite news sources. Shout out
$1,000 funded account, along with
Shout out to
expert
Player
trading alerts
News.
to help
If
you
you
learn
need an ad, if you're trying to promote anything, contact me. KelsBallAllNight@gmail.com. I can get you set up with Player News. There's going to be a network coming soon where you can access the ad portal to Player News yourself and get your brands all across the world. But for now, let's talk about Grant Wahl. I think that's his last name. He wore, and in the comments I read, he spoke out on LGBTQ relations in Qatar. And if you know about Qatar, let's go look them up real quick. Let's see, why is this so controversial? Shout out USA Today. I want you guys to go keep up with USA Today. They're a great news source. Hold up, what happened to what happened? What happened? There we go. Close that out. This should be a video here, right? Talking about. Okay, I have an ad there. I'm not gonna give the ad any shine. Okay, here we are.
Earned on bribery and say that it should happen. And that's just the surface level. That's just how they got it. Then you look at the issue cup that was earned on bribery and say that it should happen. And that's just the surface level. That's just how they got it. Then you look at the issues as a country in a whole. And I think this is the world's game, and there absolutely should be a World Cup in the Middle East. It needs to be in every region of the world because everyone deserves a chance to be able to host an event like this. But you have to look at the country and what they stand for, and you have to be careful of what they are using the World Cup for. And there are issues from workers' rights issues that we've mentioned, people having to basically, again, the equivalent of slave labor, building all 8 of these stadiums, and these issues are still persisting a week before we're talking about them. Many people have died making these stadiums, and then you look again at their views on equality.
Okay. Now, she didn't hit me with a lot right there. She done hit me with a lot right there. She basically said slaves built the stadiums. At the World Cup 2022 Qatar. That is a lot to unpack. If slaves built the stadiums, you think they care about queer? Who you like basically every country has a gay scene, right? But when you are stepping out like this and you want to be known for okay, certain countries don't even let you kiss in public. So why the hell would they let you love each other in public? They don't even let you kiss. Like, okay, let's just keep going.
LGBTQ rights. It's just, there is nothing about this that should be happening. But Qatar will tell you that it should be happening.
I will say, though, it feels like this World Cup, for the first time that I can ever remember, it's almost as if everybody wants it just to get done so we can move on. You don't feel like the advertising push and campaign that's usually there with the World Cup is hyping around Qatar. So as soon as this is done, we understand the transition then is to the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and the push to 2026. And I think at a bare minimum, as you said, if the light can shine bright enough that Qatar can do their best from now on, I think that's a positive step in the right direction, but I think it's naive not to suggest that anyone involved in the official ramifications of allowing Qatar to have the World Cup, a majority of those people have already been indicted, have passed away, or are awaiting extradition for the New York General Attorney's Office.
At Republix.
All right. So I'm getting the feeling that the World Cup is a way to colonialize, whatever how you say it, colonize Qatar. I think this is a way to do that. But at the same instance, okay, like, I don't care. Me personally, I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care who you love. Like, long as it don't affect my life. You know, like, long as you're not affecting me. in any way, shape, or form. A trickling effect or immediate direct effect. I don't care. Like, that's how I am about anything, though. Like, I don't care. But this guy.
Oh my God, we have shocking breaking news tonight from the World Cup. U.S. Soccer says journalist Grant Wahl has died while covering the World Cup in Doha. Grant Wahl's wife, Celine Grounder, posted the U.S. Soccer statement on Twitter and wrote, "I am so thankful for the support of my husband Grant Wall's soccer family and of so many friends who've reached out tonight. I'm in complete shock." Christine Brennan is with me now. This is unbelievable. We were just speaking about the World Cup and in light of the Title IX players, and now we're getting this horrible news about his death. What does the statement say?
Well, Grant, first of all, Laura was a colleague and friend of mine. I've covered many, many soccer tournaments, especially women's soccer tournaments with him. There is no more respected, beloved soccer journalist in the country and potentially in the world. Count on Grant to deliver and inspiration to all.
Unbelievable to know the importance of that message, the importance of what it represented on the disease specialist. And if it's just unbelievable to think of this tragedy. I have John Berman on the line as well. John, you're an avid fan of the sport and such respect for Grant Wahl. What's your reaction tonight to this horrible news?
I'm gutted. I'm shocked. He adored soccer. He wanted to share his, but he always entertained my texts. But to hear something like this is just so sad.
Okay, they're not saying nothing about. Let's see.
What if you could get paid to learn how to cook?
They're not saying nothing about it now.
Caleb was once a burnt-out English teacher.
Breaking news.
You know, if y'all don't say nothing about that T-shirt, I'm gonna start thinking that this was a whole little setup to make the setup happen, like a domino effect. Then we're gonna put it in Qatar. One of our guys, we're gonna sacrifice one of our guys, make him stand up for the rights, and y'all gonna do that. Then we gonna come and do that, and then take y'all over. I mean, that's some gangster shit. Let's see.
Tonight, the journalist Grant Wahl, one of the most well-known soccer writers in the United States, has died. Wahl was covering the World Cup match between Argentina and the Netherlands in Doha, Qatar today. His agent told the Wall Street Journal that the journalist is believed to have died at a hospital in Qatar or while he was being taken to one after feeling unwell as the tournament proceeded. Wahl's wife, Dr. Celine Gounder, who viewers of this network know well as a medical contributor, also confirmed his death in a post on Twitter, writing, quote, "I am so thankful for the support of my husband, Grant Wall's soccer family, and of so many friends who've reached out tonight. I am in complete shock."
Uh-oh. Sound like, not seems like, sound like, seems like, sound like, what we want to say? Oh, he was there with the shirt on, with the rainbow shirt on.
We begin here this morning with the sudden death of Grant Wahl, a CBS Sports contributor and the leading soccer writer in the U.S. Wahl was covering the Argentina-Netherlands.
The leading soccer writer in the U.S. That's like NBA. Like, that's like, cause my favorite sport, basketball. So that's like Ernie Johnson going over there and they taking him out yeah, like Ernie. Who else would be? Yeah, like Ernie, man. That would be fucked up. Y'all take Ernie out, man.
Quarterfinal at the World Cup in Qatar on Friday when he collapsed.
Shout out to Ernie Johnson.
Roxana Saberi is in our London bureau with the latest. Roxana, good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. Grant Wahl was a well-loved, highly respected sports journalist, and he was kind. Those close to the situation say he may have suffered a...
And he was kind. What the fuck?
Heart attack or a pulmonary event, though the exact cause of his death is not yet known. For those of us who recently spent time with him at the World Cup, his death is a shock.
The World Cup just feels like you're at the center of the universe.
Grant Wahl was covering his 13th World Cup, the quarterfinal between the Netherlands and Argentina, when he collapsed last night in the press box at a stadium in Qatar. His agent tells CBS News paramedics tried to revive Wahl, then took him to a nearby hospital. On Tuesday, the 48-year-old journalist had written he was on antibiotics for bronchitis, an illness that has spread widely at the World Cup. Born in Mission, Kansas, Wahl graduated from Princeton University and went on to become one of the most...
They said it was bronchitis that spread at the World Cup. So now COVID is not even a thing no more. It's bronchitis. Okay.
Most renowned soccer journalists and authors in the U.S. In his popular newsletter, he wrote about the conditions of migrant workers building soccer stadiums in Qatar and getting briefly
migrant work. He spoke on slaves. Come on now.
Detained for wearing a rainbow t-shirt there in support of LGBTQ rights. As a
CBS is my news source. They my favorite because CNN just played me. CNN played me. Who else just played me? Y'all go back and see who else just played me.
CBS Sports contributor, his passion for soccer was clear.
We're still a growing soccer country in the United States with, I would say, millions of more soccer fans to be created.
In a statement, U.S. Soccer said Wahl played a major role in helping to drive interest in and respect for our beautiful game, adding, "We are devastated that he and his brilliant writing will no longer be with us." Basketball star LeBron James, whom Wahl had featured in a Sports Illustrated cover 2 decades ago, also paid tribute.
Very fond of Grant, and having that cover shoot. Me being a teenager and him covering that, it was a pretty cool thing.
Wahl leaves behind his...
So Grant Wahl, a heavy hitter in the sports world. He the one who got LeBron on Sports Illustrated. He the one who promoting soccer to the way it is out here. Man, what y'all think about this? Let me know in the comments. Y'all subscribe. I'm trying to get up out of here, man.